The History of Mathematics, a 6-minute meditation by Skip Pulley. Mathematics is the universal language. It is referred to as such because there are no boundaries in regards to culture or nationality. Mathematics is the study of relationships between tangible and abstract quantities. Math is used to advance methods related to applications in engineering, science, and economics. This is typically referred to as applied mathematics. Some historians and scholars had originally believed that modern mathematics began with Greeks such as Plato. Though he made no important mathematical discoveries himself, Plato had a belief that math provided training for the mind that was important for development. Today, most historians and scholars, through archaeological evidence as well as advanced research of ancient cultures and civilizations, have determined that modern mathematics originated with the Egyptians. In fact, Pythagoras and other Greek mathematicians visited Egypt for the specific purpose of studying math. As the Egyptians were developing arithmetic and algebra, the Sumerians, almost simultaneously, were developing a system of metrology, followed closely by the Assyrians. Egyptian mathematics, similar to that of ancient sub-Saharan Africa, was based on addition and was substantially practical. In southern Africa, archaeologists discovered a petrified bone in a Lubombo cave that had been used as a counting or tallying device. This artifact, which had 29 notches carved into it, dated back to 35,000 BC. This discovery is evidence that southern Africans originally had the idea of keeping records by making marks. Around 7,000 BC, in Egypt and further south in Sudan, people began to use clay tokens to keep count, a practice that may have been borrowed from West Asian cultures. By 3000 BC, Egyptians were using hieroglyphs to represent very large numbers. Soon afterwards, the Egyptians were using geometry in the construction of the pyramids. The African diversity in number names, gestures, and systems shows frequent decompositions of numbers in small groups, while the existence of words for large numbers illustrates that counting was not merely done for practical reasons. In particular, base 12, used in Nigeria, Egypt, and the Ashango region. Geometric representations are found in traditional sand drawings, in which lines and figures obey abstract rules. As the university system developed in Egypt, an increasing number of young men and women traveled to Egypt from various parts of Africa, Asia, and Europe, specifically to study mathematics. Around 300 BC, the Greek pharaoh Ptolemy founded the great university at Alexandria, which attracted even more students and scholars to learn, teach, study, and discuss mathematics. Among them was the Greek mathematician Euclid, whose Elements, a 13-book treatise focused on geometry and elementary number theory, is considered to be one of the most influential textbooks ever written. From ancient times until the 18th century, math was mainly used as the science of quantity or search for patterns. In the 19th century, however, math became a science of relations and drawing necessary conclusions. At that time, it was mostly being used to answer unending questions and resolve issues raised by the Industrial Revolution. By the 20th century, the focus began to shift into mathematical logic, with rules for evaluating postulates. The discipline of mathematics covers algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, mathematical logic, and set theory. In the future, this discipline may combine with information technology in order to advance applied mathematics such as probability theory and statistics. The history of math is broad and encompasses many elements of our daily lives. As the universal language, mathematics will continue to grow and develop as much or as little as society itself.